All right. All right. This is Chad Campbell, certified functional medicine provider with Redesign U and Hope Family Care, and back on our COVID journey for an update of me and my wife and our kids. Kids are doing amazing, and we're just struggling just to keep up with them because they are just full of energy. Uh, Jean, she lost her taste. Other than that, we're both doing real good. Just get tired real easy. And again, like I mentioned before, the cognitive processing seems like it's taken a little bit longer than it normally has in the past. Other than that, doing good. Still taking the supplements that we talked about, and we are on a good path to recovery. I start seeing patients. I saw some actually last week through Zoom, and then I'll see them again tomorrow, and back in person in 3 days because this is day 8 for me. So we're almost out of quarantine for us. Unfortunately, the one person that we were trying to protect through all of this has now come down with the symptoms. So this is my father-in-law. This is Jay Petty. Jay has a history of heart disease and has had bypass surgery and started with symptoms how long ago?
On Saturday.
So he started with symptoms 2 days ago. 2 days ago. You want to tell everybody, go ahead and tell everybody what you are actually feeling.
Well, it started with drainage and real bad. I mean, just kept coming like a flood down the back of my throat. And then I ended up with a really, really bad headache. I took some ibuprofen, which helped a little bit, but it really didn't break it. And I started with the fever, but 99, something like that, almost 100 degrees. And that happened for 2 days. And then yesterday in the evening, the headache finally went away. But now I have the drainage, and I have noticed that my breathing is a little bit more difficult, trying to get a good breath. I really have to take a big breath to get a good breath. And so I still have the drainage. And the other part is my sleeping has not been too great. Like last night, I went to bed around 11 and woke up around 2:30, and I couldn't go back to sleep. I guess that's what this stuff does to you. And so I got up, stayed up until around 6 o'clock, and then I went back to sleep for a couple hours, and then I've been awake ever since. But that's how it's done me so far. I guess probably other things. The smell. I step outside and I get this kind of ugly smell in my nose. And I say, what is that smell? And everybody goes, I don't smell nothing. That's probably my nose smelling whatever it's smelling. I guess there are different kinds of things that go along with this. Some people lose their sense of smell. I seem to gain a real ugly sense of smell. I don't know. And appetite. I don't really have much of an appetite. Not really. A couple of bites of something, I've had enough, So it kind of changes things. So some of the stuff I have to take big and real deep breaths. I have to monitor my oxygen levels because it had dropped down to 88, which is no good. So I've got to get out and walk, and I got to get out and breathe deep, take deep breathing exercises, and keep my oxygen levels up.
So he was tested last week, and he was not having any kind of symptoms at that time, came back negative, and then started with those symptoms on Saturday. So again, we waited 3 days, did the rapid, and the rapid came back positive on him. So his wife then, we sent her to the store to go buy a pulse ox because of his risks. And the first time the pulse ox was checked, it was what?
88.
88. Now he's not behaving. He's supposed to be taking deep breaths. So now he knows he has to start taking these deep breaths, or his wife is going to make him take them for him. So what we're doing is he is going to be getting up and walking around, taking some walks outside to make sure he's moving oxygen good. We don't want anything getting stationary in there. He's going to check the pulse ox every so often. There you go. Check the pulse ox every so often and set an alarm to make sure he's taking deep breaths at least every 30 minutes. Make sure he's getting good oxygen exchange. He's taking the vitamin D, taking the vitamin C, taking the zinc, and his B complex with NAC, N-acetylcysteine, in order to try to help the mitochondria and help these cells be able to do what they got to do to get him through this. So what we want to do is come each day again, continue on this COVID journey, and we'll bring updates on Jay here. And so this is my spiritual mentor. He's a pastor of our church as well, and we are going to post this on the church website as well, so that all the church members and people who are interested will be able to continue to see how he's doing. Post any comments if you would like, any questions. You have anything you want to say?
No, just on a journey.
On this journey. We'll see you guys tomorrow.